Friends, I'm back with another video, this time on PTE after a very long time. So what is the purpose? I'm going to give you a very effective prescription for a 2-month goal to achieve 79 plus. But let me mention a prerequisite before you even plan for this. This video is meant for those targeting 79 plus and they are willing to prepare within 2 months. So I'm going to give you a complete guideline on how to do that. However, you have to be good in English in order to do that. If you are weak in English, work on your language. And provided that you are good in English, that is to say you understand academic texts, you are able to speak a little, and you are able to write fluently on some topics, this guideline is going to work like magic. And in case you are targeting 50, 52 and relatively weak in English, you still can follow this guideline. This applies to people targeting 65 plus as well with moderate level of English skills. Coming to the point, number 1, start with speaking. Why? Because if you are not good in the speaking fluency for PTE, your whole test will be a disaster. And please note that PTE requires not only your language skill but also your technical skill on how to approach different types of tasks. As you are already preparing for PTE, you know that there are different types of tasks in speaking such as read aloud, repeat sentence, describe image, that engages you in not only speaking but also reading and listening as well. I'm not going to talk about the structure because this video is meant for people who already know the structure and are preparing or willing to prepare. So start with speaking, work on your fluency, and if you are not sure about what I mean by fluency, watch my video on fluency which will be available in this channel. So do check it out because I'm not going to talk about this. Work on your fluency, and the best idea to do is to prepare some sentences even before you go for the test. That can be called a template or a speech that is ready. And if you don't get any expert help, though you should get expert help such as training programs online or offline, this is the best way to stay under guideline of an expert, but make sure the expert is really an expert. Otherwise, what you do is prepare some simple sentences as a template for yourself. For example, for describe image, you can have some sentences like, the image in front of me provides crucial information and I'm going to discuss the main parts. The most important point here to discuss is that blah blah blah. So you can keep some sentences like that beforehand, keep them in the brain, and just use those sentences for every task of describe image, and some similar sentences for retell lectures. Work on them, practice, and work on your fluency. You have to be able to speak fluently. That means keep talking at a specific pace without hesitations, speak naturally. And for that, the good news is that you don't have to really worry about the content. Like for describe image and retell lecture, even if you're giving a little bit wrong information but you're very close and giving 2-3 information as much as you understand, that is okay, fine, just work on your fluency. At the same time, don't think you are going to take a rest after you work on the fluency part. While you are working on your speaking fluency, you should be doing something else as well. But yes, don't try to work on every module from the beginning at the same time. Work on the speaking fluency as I said, and then improve your academic vocabulary and collocation skills. Must. How? There are good vocabulary books, academic vocabulary books by Cambridge, and I can mention one name, not Cambridge, but I can mention one name of a book which is very good, Academic English Vocabulary by David Porter. Might be able to find it on Google. Work on that, study that book properly, and you must study collocations, academic collocations. And you will also find this file if you search academic collocation on Google. You are going to get a PDF file, I'm sure. But at the same time, you must as well study prepositional collocations. For example, interested in, succeeded in, comply with, by accident. These will help you a lot when you start practicing reading. So these are the works you are basically doing, the background works for reading. And if you do these things and follow what I say, what I'm saying exactly here, you are going to thank me. And when you start reading, you don't have to worry much about the fill in the blanks task because you already have a very good vocabulary stock as well as collocations. And what are collocations? academic achievement, abstract concept, like types of words and phrases that go together, especially two words side by side that form meaning. You can choose a word, for example, say grass with academic grass. Does it make any sense? No. So they don't collocate. They're not the collocation pairs. So work on that, and for that, doing those studies on vocabulary and collocation is must. So once you are good in fluency and at the same time feel that you have acquired enough vocabulary and collocation skills, you move to the next step. Rather than jump onto reading, although you studied vocabulary, I would suggest you to go for listening, because that is connected with speaking more than anything else. Although speaking also gives marks to writing. Skill-wise, speaking and listening, they go together. Work on listening, and at the same time keep working on collocations and reading, and you cannot just leave them behind. So while doing the listening part, if you feel you are struggling in understanding audio texts, work on listening by practicing on different audio materials from TED Talks, Toastmasters International, watch movies. These are the side things you have to do if you are not very good in listening. But let's say if you're moderately good in listening, that will be okay. However, for 79 plus, having a good skill, even if not excellent, having a good skill in listening is required. If you don't have it, work on that. So once you have that listening skill, what you do, there are 8 tasks in listening. Don't try everything or all the tasks. For example, if you are not doing good in multiple choice, multiple answer, single answer, select missing word, don't worry, it's okay, because they don't give you much marks. That is the good news. They are the toughest, but they don't give you much marks. Focus more on summarize spoken text, fill in the blanks, highlight incorrect words, and write from dictation. Yes, you have to be able to do good in those, and they're comparatively easier than the other 4 tasks. And these 4 tasks I mentioned carry around 80% marks. So you have to focus on that, and you have to be able to do very good in those 4 sections. Keep trying. Once you feel you have practiced enough listening at the same time speaking and those vocabularies, start working on writing and reading. Let's say for writing, again, having a pre-designed structure for single sentence essay is very important if you want to save your time and energy, because many people struggle with the planning. That kills a lot of time. Do that. Again, seek help from an expert, or you have to design the single sentence structure, skeleton, where you will put the content, and that will be pre-designed on your own for the summarized written text. And for essay, have a good structure, proper structure and template with good lines, so that you can use it in the main test, and use your content according to the topic. And remember, you cannot get template that will give you answer for all the questions ready for you. You have to do your part. And if you're targeting 79 plus, remember, just writing 1 or 2, 3 lines in the template that gives you already 200 plus words, I'm talking about the template, is not worthy, because you have to address the content, the topic properly. Here in speaking, I said content doesn't really matter much if you can keep talking from the image or lecture. Here in writing, content is everything other than writing style and grammar. Why? Because if you don't properly address the topic, you don't get marks properly. So make sure you have such a template that allows you to write your own stuff as well properly to address the content. I've seen many templates, essay templates on YouTube and Google, and most of them are not quite good. Why? Because they have already given you more than 200 words and allow you to just write a few sentences and that are not focused on the topic. This is wrong. So remember, don't trust everyone, or don't depend on every expert you come across on YouTube or Google. Then you must be wondering, who the hell are you to call yourself an expert? Please read through my profile. I'm going to put a link in the description. I hope that will answer your question. Then alongside writing, reading comes. And remember, if you have already studied academic vocabulary and collocations, reading is going to be easy, especially the fill in the blanks. And when I'm talking about the fill in the blanks, I'm talking about 60 to 70% marks. Bingo. If you do very good in only the 2 types of fill in the blanks, reading and writing, fill in the blanks, reading and writing, and fill in the blanks, reading, you are going to get 65 plus only from reading, or even more if you get 100% or 95% in the reading fill in the blanks. And that is possible only if you have basic grammar skill, good language skill, and excellent collocation and vocabulary skill. What about the other tasks like multiple choice single, multiple, and reorder paragraphs? Reorder paragraphs is important task, but not as important in fill in the blanks, but they are very important. And if you want to learn the techniques of reorder paragraphs, I have 2 or 3 videos I think on this channel. Check them out. I think you are going to have some good techniques, but practice is everything. Do a lot of practice. For multiple choice single and multiple answer, if you're targeting 79 plus, try single answer and try multiple answer, but taking short time. And especially for multiple choice multiple answer, those who are targeting 79 plus, if you're not sure about 2 answers, click 1 and move. Those who are targeting 65 plus, do not even attempt multiple choice multiple answer if you feel you are not doing good at all during practice. But do click 1 out of guess without wasting your time, and try a little for multiple choice single answer so that you can save time for fill in the blanks and reorder enough to get very good. But 79 is a tough score, so you have to attempt almost everything. But again, you must not waste your time on multiple choice single and multiple answer. You have to do it as fast as possible and utilize maximum time on fill in the blanks and then reorder paragraphs. So that's all. I mean, work this way for 2 months properly, investing 2-3 hours a day. If you can invest more time, it is best. Otherwise take a longer time than 2 months, but usually 2 months is the standard time to get your desired score if you are good in English. And if you're excellent in English, this prescription might even work within 1 month, but you have to do a lot of practice. That is the most important part. You cannot just sit idle and expect I'm going to get 79 with some trick. If you like this video, please do share and subscribe to this channel. And if you feel that we are doing good works, I request you to like and share to support us during this corona, because we are mainly giving support online maximum times, even if I'm sitting in my office. So expecting best from you, and you expect best from me. I'm coming with more videos. Allah Hafiz. Speaking fluency as well.